So I'm just going to try to pick this overlay off. You'll be able to see the dead accumulation of dead skin under there. If it's ready to come. Ouch. I can't tell if it's nail or skin. It should be nail because it's scaling off towards me, but I'm not absolutely sure because it's so thin. Must be nail. It's coming back toward me. Yeah. Guess it was just that thin. It's more of that side nail, that wing is, I carved a hunk of it out the other day. I don't know if I put the video up or not. It just doesn't want to come out of there. There we go. Up under there. See if I can scrape all of the nail off. And see if we have skin underneath there. That should be skin right there. Yep. It's picking out from underneath the nail. This is more nail scaling off, and this is still all dead skin here in front. Who knows when we'll ever get to the end of it. Ooh, ouch. That's stuck pretty good. So this is nail buried down in the skin. We just got to get it all off. It's going away, so it's skin. And this is skin underneath the nail. That's nail pulling back that way. It's just buried, embalmed. And skin. So that's still another lip, a little piece of nail there, but it's buried in right now too deep. I don't want to try to pick it out. And this, like I said before, this will fold up, and that will start to reveal itself that all of this in front here is a massive amount of built-up dead cuticle skin that's built up in rings around the nail. And when all of this is picked out and scaled off, then you'll get that groove back like that. Goes all the way around. All of this is buildup on the front of and it was all covered by nails. Just kept it from seeing the damage. It mimics living skin, but it isn't. And now you probably can't see it in this light, but my fingers are actually getting baggy underneath. You see the rimpling and dimpling. Before they were quite full, and they're flattening out this way. You can see that there. That's all evacuated. These are flattened out substantially now. They used to be, and you probably see it on the old videos, they were round, very big. And on the sides you can see that the collar is still pushed out. It's flattening out underneath it. But the collar of dead skin is the same all the way around. It's all the way down here. And it comes all the way around in front. And all the way back here. More and more and more. See, and you can see this is new material coming out here, but it's hopeless until all this old damage is gone. Everything, all of the old trash is off of the nail bed. This new material is just basically a fake nail, a new fake nail that's coming out trying to cover up the damage. But we've got to go back and dig out all the damage before we'll have real nails again. Because nails are supposed to be in direct contact with the nail bed. They're not supposed to be a layer of skin between the nail bed and the nail. If it's not adhered properly, then that's where you get the separation that shows that you've got psoriasis of the nails. You get the white streaks and whatnot. But you can see this is scaling back, and now this will pick out in that groove. All of that was built up in that groove between the buildup and the nail bed. We got a bunch of extraneous dead skin or impaction in there that formed just to form a base for the ever-enlarging nails, the repair nails and cover nails that were coming out. The material that was making it out over would have a firm base. So that's pretty tender, and I don't really want to dig at it, but at some point it will dig out, you know. It's skin. See, that's cuticle skin. It's not supposed to be under the nail. Those of you that have watched the old videos know that all of this was covered over with massive nails that came all the way out here. There was much more skin on the front of my fingers, and then the nails stuck out further than that. So, and this is all still buried in this layers and layers and layers, interleaved back and forth with layers of skin and nail. Same here, you know. I have to do a better job of scaling these side nails off now, the wings on the side. I've got to get the nails smaller so they don't keep, the new nail material doesn't keep coming out and replicating the larger nail profile. It's got to drop back inside the cuticle. That's quite tender right there. It's really laminated in. I took out a lot of stuff, dead cuticle and plugs and stuff this morning around here. All of that. See, that's dried up, but it's so tender I don't really want to pick at it. But it is really dramatically breaking up now and shedding. So we just have to encourage it as much as we can. Everything that goes away, and it helps relieve the pressure, at least temporarily, because there's still plenty of buildup, and it's just more and more and more. All of this has to come out. That's dry now and flaking up, flaking off. So you can see how that's flattened out, and you can see how that's dimpling. See, and the backs of my fingers are, that's all that lumpiness is due to the fingers deflating now that this surplus dead cell material is able to get out from under the skin and come out and try to make new nails. It's still trash, and it's not what you want to be making nails out of, because it's been jammed up in there for eons. So it actually comes riding out on the new nail material, and then it turns brown and gets rubbery and comes off. But at least it's getting out, and that's why you're getting that lumpy texture. It's because this is actually evacuating. And you can still see the lumps under here, but they're changing. I still have a really big lump there. And my fingers are getting much thinner. This one is still big, and this one is still big. But this one is actually the biggest one. It has the biggest accumulation of junk still under the skin. This has started to empty out to a considerable extent. I noticed something interesting the other day. I have a roller, it's a wallpaper seam roller, and I was going to try to get roll this bump to get it to break up. But it turns out to be like rolling a bag of rice. It doesn't really have any effect on it. But let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can I actually put a crease in it there. And it stays. I can feel that groove all the way across now. So I've been, you see that? That's actually, which is the same thing. It's like if you tried a cord around a bag of rice, around the middle, and use it like a sling to pick it up, even though patting on the bag or rolling it would have no effect, you would crease the bag like that, and it would fold in half like saddlebags. That doesn't just work immediately back out. That has separated this coagulated material over here from the coagulated material over here. And that's why I don't really understand the nature of the texture of the stuff underneath, but these lumps are breaking up and moving around. It's really something. I thought if you just mash on them like that, they just feel hard, you know, with your finger, and it doesn't feel like you're moving them at all. But if you bring pressure to bear in a you know, on a line like that, then the stuff actually does crease. This is emptied out to the point where you can see that's baggy. It's skin, loose skin there. It looks like a water blister, but it's not. It's just a lot of this stuff. And you see how the baggy this is on the side. Loose. Before, my fingers were very full. This light is not great for seeing what I'm trying to show. I'll make another video outside. But you can see that flattening out. These fingers are not round like they used to be. And that's the collar. It's revealing the collar here. It's leaving that, even though this is a little full down here, you can still see that collar. You see this material under here is baggy. But that collar is revealed there, right on the edge. And it runs all the way around. Up and over the collar and back around, all the way around. And it's revealing itself on all the fingers, even though these are still quite full. You know, still have a lot of flesh here. But you can see there how the fingers are emptying out, deflating. You see how that's flattened out over here? If you look at the older videos, it's really dramatic. My fingers were circular, round on the end, very full, and now they're flattening out. That. And the collar is all the way down. You know, there's a lot of material there. Come on now. It's all the way down to here, you know, and it comes all the way around here in front. Why am I having trouble with autofocus? And this is still all this dead cuticle skin that's built up. It's all surplus. And when I pick out some, the rest, what's left, will roll right back up like that because it's still under pressure. And it'll try to swallow the nail again. But you can see that red now. The collar is revealed all the way around. But this profile now is flattening out like that. See that collar there? It's right there. It's separate from this under here. When all of this picks out, then this flesh will be, the edge of the cuticle, wherever it is here, where this cuticle material is built up and haven't pushed the cuticle line out to there, this line then will be rolled right back up to the nail bed. And this line, this groove will pick out here when this scales off. You'll see that revealed there. This nail is still way too wide. The wings are still on the sides. The sides of the nail should be parallel. I picked a lot of stuff out here. This was is still pointing out to the corner. It was so pushed out there. There was so much impaction there that it actually distended the cuticle line up into the corner and back down. And it's finally starting to collapse a little bit. I've pulled out so much material from that corner. It's still a mess, but it's starting to move. It's starting to break up. But you can see now, the more the nail goes away, the more you can see the impaction. The more you can see this circle of dead cuticle skin revealed for what it is. It's absolutely round. It's circular. And when it doesn't look circular, it's because the nail is so big it's pushing it out. So, later.